Hi there, it's Theresa from Theresa Holistic Tarot, ready to do the reading for Leo for March 2022. So clear the energy, please, angel spirits, guides. Can we have some cards for Leo? 3 energy cards for Leo, please. So if you're enjoying these little videos, Leo, would you please leave me a comment, a little like, and possibly subscribe? That would be just marvellous. Thank you. I've managed to get candle wax on that. Very annoying. Right, I'm sure that noise probably was as well, but sorry about that. Okay, so can we have some cards for, energy cards for Leo, please? March 2022. Oh, we have women holding a coin. Sorry, I'm faffing now. I was rearranging before I started. Thinking man. And happy family. Okay, super. Right, so women holding a coin normally suggests somebody that's having an impact upon your finances. She is actually upright, so it would suggest a positive outcome. But it can be a line manager, it can be a partner, it can be somebody that is... Actually, I've got to say that sometimes this can actually mean a friend as well, that maybe either helping you or paying for you, having a positive impact upon you. We'll see what the tarot say, because it can sometimes suggest that somebody's costing you money, although the card wasn't reversed, but it can be that person that just never seems to quite have their card on them or their money on them when, you know, when you're meeting up. But we'll see what the cards say. Thinking man. So you may take advice from a professional. You may take advice from somebody who is within your industry, who's maybe been there longer than you, is more experienced. He can possibly have an interest in mentoring, guiding you, but there's respect there, which is good. So you would actually listen to what this person has to say. Happy family, so a really good outcome card. It can be after a period that's slightly turbulent or worrying, and it's a very good positive energy for you and yours, for you and your family. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. So angel spirits, guys, can we have some clarifiers, please? The woman holding a coin, the thinking man, and happy family. And this is for Leo for March 2022. Okay. So under the woman holding a coin, we have the world. Wow, super card. We have the star, it's brilliant. 2 major arcana straight away. King of Cups, super. Thinking man. Queen of Swords. The Hanged Man in the middle. And the Tower at the bottom there. Happy family. 9 of Swords. The 10 of Swords. Yeah. And 3 of Pentacles. Right, interesting cards. Got a bit of a mixture there. But so as usual, I'm going to start with the first, the central, and the end card, because they have a little bit more influence because of their position on the other cards. And then I'm going to go back to filling in what the rest say and how it actually pulls together. So the world is a fantastic card. It's about moving into a different cycle, and it has massive potential. It's the biggest travel card in the deck. So under women holding a coin, it can actually mean great potential to make more money, or great potential to hook up with somebody influential that can, you know, that is going to reward you financially. It's just an exciting card, and it's saying that you know, be ready, really be ready, because the world is your oyster. You're moving into a period of big opportunity, and that is so exciting. The middle card is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man would be saying to you, okay, now he's actually come under the Thinking Man. So the Hanged Man is actually saying, right, whatever is going on in your head, you need to try and look at it from a different perspective. Try and just look at it from a different angle. So if somebody's bugging you, annoying you, just literally put yourself in their shoes for 10 seconds and just imagine what they can possibly be thinking or feeling. It's about gaining extra insight. So the last card here is the Three of Pentacles. This has come out a few times in the readings today, actually. And this is a card of collaboration. Now, it's Pentacles, so it covers many different things. But in this instance, it would be very much about pulling together with other people to make something happen. It can be very much a card of having a project in work, working closely with other people to get the project off the ground or to make something happen, and it's very exciting, and it's saying that it's going to be really good. So there's your three, and now I'm going to jump about a little bit. I'm really drawn to these two because they came out one after the other, and they're both big cards. So the Nine of Swords, that is a card of absolute worry and anxiety. It's a card of when my thoughts have literally run away with me. I haven't got a balanced or objective perspective, which is the Hanged Man. So you are very much being asked to assess what you're thinking this March, because something is big in your mind. These swords indicate our thoughts, which turn into our beliefs. They also are about our communication skills as well. So you may have to talk to somebody. You may have to talk your concerns, speak your concerns through, because this hasn't just built up overnight. This is a period of something beginning to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, this has come out under Happy Family, so you may have you may have genuine cause to be worried about a member of your family or your entire family's circumstances, and that's justifiable. But you also need to be aware what is realistic here and when I'm catastrophizing, because there's a big leap from actually being concerned about something to receiving this card here, which means I have really gone way to the other extreme. I am now in catastrophic thinking in regards to maybe somebody in your family. So I'm thinking catastrophically. That is not a good energy. That is a really, really negative energy. And you just don't want to stay there. So it would be about assessing your thoughts. Now, this is when discussing it with somebody else is really of value. And I know that whenever I get my thoughts, because I'm not good at sharing, even though I'm a trained therapist, I don't know why. I just like to think things through by myself, and that's fair enough. It's a thinking style and an operational style of who we actually are. But I also know that when I begin to get troubled, I need to spit it out to my husband, because he is just rock solidly grounded, and he takes one look at me and he thinks, "Where the hell did you?" Or he'll say to me, "Where the hell did you come up with that one from?" And I immediately backtrack and sort of think, "Oh, I think I've been overthinking it," which I have. But he grounds me. He makes me think, right, I've really gone to town with this one now, because I haven't shared it. So there's something troubling you. You need to share it. Now, the Queen of Swords is about truth. So there's an emphasis here on the truth and being realistic. The 10 here, so we've got 9 and the 10. Now, the 10 is a closure. 10 is finality in something. And it often really means it's when I let something go. So this 10, now he's going nowhere fast, is he, with 10 swords. So it's an ending. It's final. So here we have the big build-up, and now we have the closure. And this can indicate now freedom, because something has ended. Now, what it can end is that catastrophic way of thinking. It can be, I need to it's that realization. I've been overthinking, I've been dreading it, I've thought about it too much. And that light bulb moment, well, it's not as bad as I thought, because you need to get the truth of a situation. This is very much you on your own this month, Leo, over-analysing, overthinking to your own detriment. So yes, it will come right, but that doesn't take away from that feeling of angst while you're undergoing this. So be aware of your own thought processes and try not to let it build up. into catastrophic thinking. Now this is also as well very much, I always call it the I'm having a senior moment now. Analysis paralysis. When I've thought about something so much, I just can't think about it anymore, but I'm stuck there and I'm frozen. So be aware that there will be that something in regards to, and it can be anything. It can be, I'm worried about my family and the move that we're planning. I'm worried about whatever. And it's very much, you've built it up into something really, really big. Because you've got the world here, so you've got opportunity coming, you've got great cards coming in. You don't want to be sidetracked, lose your focus with this card here. Now, the Queen of Swords is very much about, she's practical. She would be saying, come on, get it together here, get a grip. She is all about the truth. She communicates well, but she's a rational thinker. She doesn't do all that emotion. So these cards, although those are thoughts, those thoughts go into, they go into feelings, then feelings go into behavior. And that's why it's called, I call it analysis paralysis, when I'm actually frozen, because I've gone through, I'm so frozen with fear by these thoughts. And she would be saying, get a grip. Now, think it through, but be logical. Take the emotion out of it. She's very incisive and decisive. And she has also come out under the thinking man. So you may actually speak to one or two people who you admired, either in your industry or about your family. So you may speak to a professional, but something will definitely give. But you need to face it, and you need to face the power of your own thoughts. Sometimes they're scary when they take on a life of their own. Now, we have the star here, especially under the world. So the star would indicate that you are being guided. Now, you're being guided either by your spirit team or by people, that your higher self, whatever your belief system is, but you're being guided. You're going to have that light bulb moment. You're going to have that secure knowing. Now, although you might be worried sick about people or family over here, you're seeing the light in regards to opportunity in your career, or how to make money, or what your next step is. This is the sign of Aquarius here. So you may also you may be liaising with an Aquarian. This can be an Aquarian energy as well, or Libra, or possibly Virgo. But this is definitely Aquarian. Excuse me. So you may have an Aquarian supporting you, helping to guide you in this coming month, and guide you in the direction you're meant to go, which is this World card, the potential card, the energy of fantastic change and opportunity and travel, and really lots and lots of good things. Now, we have the King of Cups. Love that card. Now we have the Tower. So the Tower is very much external circumstances, which this may have been the trigger to all this worry. This can be when we hear rumours of the company might be laying people off, or somebody fills your ears with a little bit of gossip about somebody hanging around your partner, or you getting suspicious. So the Tower is an external circumstance that really pushes you out of your comfort zone this month. It looks a terrifying card because the Victorians were quite fond of their dramatic images, but it means something is being tested, and you will be tested. It could be to do with, as I say, an external, and where you're getting tested is because of how you respond as opposed to react. So I would be saying to you, it doesn't matter what you hear this month, don't do a knee-jerk reaction. Take time out, take Queen of Swords attributes, put your thinking cap on, be unemotional, and sit down and assess whatever it is you've been told or you've heard, whatever, and because it will trigger you. It will push you out your comfort zone. Whether it's in regard to a job or relationship, you will feel triggered. And she would be saying, don't do a knee-jerk reaction. This is a time of actual, believe it or not, you might find this difficult to believe, but it's a time of choices and power. Because you will then have a choice, because something is, whether you hear that your company is going to be laying people off, and it might be a very scary thought because you could have been there for years, then instead of just feeling frightened about it, just say, okay, all right, if that's the case, I will start doing my research now. I'm going to start seeing what's available. I may speak to a recruiter, because I've got the Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration. I can't remember what I told you about this card, but as I say, it could be about building a home. It could be about a project at work and really pulling together with colleagues and having some success in something. But it can also be speaking to a recruiter, speaking to somebody, taking advice in a professional sense about the next move, where I'm going next, and planning ahead. But you will find yourself at various levels trusting other people and working collaboratively, which is really quite reassuring. Now we have the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is not the court cards aren't gender specific, so this can be about you beginning to feel that real emotional stability, because he represents taking care of the family. He cares. You know, the Queen does as well, but he's the person that may be bringing in the money, making sure they're all okay, not just in an emotional sense, but in a practical sense. He can represent an external energy to you. So with it being cups, he can be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. So it can be somebody else. So it's either you need to take the attributes of him, or he represents one of those signs I've just said, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So, but this is back up. So it's about you either coming into your own, feeling absolutely fantastic, something's coming together emotionally, it's really paying off, and it's all in the line of coin, money, finances, promotion, whatever, the world, opportunity, the next step, the next cycle, the growth, seeing your way, finding your feet, feeling that secure, that inner knowing that you're doing the right thing, and it really paying off on an emotional level. So on a very practical level, I see your cards, Leo, as being very successful. So whatever is beginning to germinate in March, and it may be what you might consider to be bad news to start off with, but the Hanged Man would be saying to you, hang fire, look at this from a different angle. So if it's a company that's saying we're talking about laying some people off, he might say, whoa, this is opportunity for you now. Go and ask them if you can take voluntary redundancy, and this is going to free you up to go and do something else that you really want to do, and you're going to be very successful at. So it's about reassessing and not jumping into that immediate knee-jerk reaction of fear. Okay? So don't go into anxiety, and because anxiety is diluted fear, so it's all fear. Now, although I see it coming to an end, then that is still a very uncomfortable process. So the more you can minimize that, the better. Okay? But you will have a moment, definitely you will have a Tower moment, that absolute challenge. Now, what I will say about this card is it's when the universe are pushing us out of our comfort zone. So you may have been dithering. You may have been trying to hold on to a job or a relationship or something, although it feels quite job orientated here. And the universe is just going to go and come and give you that bit of a push, which if left to your own devices, you might not have done. And you're going to get that push. A year from now, you'll look back and you may be saying then, oh, wow, I would never have done that willingly. And it turned out to be the best thing it could ever have happened. So the universe has got a hand in it here, but you need to know that you're going to fall on your feet, but you need to be aware that your initial response may be of fear, and you are being forewarned. So you need to say, okay, this is my Tower moment. I'm going to stay rational. I'm not going to panic. I'm going to think it through, look at my options, and also be true to yourself. Is it maybe a little blessing in disguise? And although you may be initially worried about the money, you've got more opportunity coming in. So it's about embracing the future with open arms and just thinking, wow, I'm really going to go for it. So let's have an enchanted map card, please, for Leo. Angel Spirits, guys, can we have an enchanted map card for Leo for March 2022? And deep freeze. So this is what I was saying to you before, is you may, well, it's not quite what I was saying before. This is a card of really being like frozen and a bit stuck. And it's when we get sometimes that news and I just feel like a rabbit in the headlights. But this is about taking the time to assess. Take the time, do the digging deep, get clarity. What's your own truth? What do you really want to do or be, or where do you want to be? Because this is your first card out here, and it is big. So the world is a different cycle coming in for you of opportunity. So clarity and truth, and don't feel frozen by external events, and don't feel frightened by external events. You need some trust in yourself and the universe that it's going to come right. Now let's have a soul card, please, for Leo for March 2022. So a soul card for Leo, please. What do Leo need to consider at a soul level? Please, Spirit. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And that's all well and good. But when you have a tendency to this card here, that overthinking, overanalysis, which imagination can then take them into catastrophizing, this is where you can use your imagination. You need your imagination. You need to imagine how it's going to work out well for you. So be aware of the power of your thoughts, and be aware that yes, something is coming to an end, that this panic and worry and whatever will come to an end, but something else might well be changing, because this is very strong in regards to being a little bit of a push, new beginning with the world. And you might not even leave that company. You might find yourself another role that was even better than before, but so don't lose sleep over it. Use your imagination positively, because it's about manifestation. And if you're in fear, you're vibrating the lowest possible energy frequency, and it's attracting back in low energy. You don't want to stay in that. Try and imagine the best possible outcome. You've got a happy ever after here. Happy family. Look at the rainbow. That's beautiful. You've got the world. You've got women holding a coin. You've got good cards. So in March, be aware, power of your thoughts. Keep your imagination, keep your thoughts positive, and know that your own truth is important. Do look at things from a different angle. Don't go straight into knee-jerk reaction of fear, because you've got really good cards. You've got a huge emotional payoff. You are being guided to the right thing. Your guidance may take the form of a little bit of a shove out your comfort zone, but you need to know that it's all going to come well. Okay, I hope that makes some sense to you, Leo, and you can always let me know. And we'll take it. And I'll maybe see you next month. Maybe not. I'm actually thinking of giving YouTube up, but we'll see. Okay. Speak to you soon. Possibly. Bye for now.